Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, May 22nd. I hope you guys, or sorry, whoa, May 26th. Never mind. I'm a week behind. I hope you guys are well. And obviously, this is the very last video that I will be doing for you guys. And, I just finished the one for my biology class, and I tried to write this script earlier to kind of think about what I wanted to say, and it just wasn't feeling right. Obviously, if this was the last day of school and we were in the classroom, things would be much different. I would feel much more comfortable, much more natural in what I would say, but. I'll do the best that I can here, but the script, I don't feel like I needed it. It was feel like it was kind of forced, so I just kind of wanted to do things a little bit more naturally for this last post here. But this is it's not what I want, and I don't think it's what you guys want based on all the weekly check-ins that you guys have been doing. I, like most of you, wish that we were back in the classroom and kind of sending each other off on that note, but. This is especially hard because most of you guys are seniors in the class of 2020. So, here's the deal. What I think with teachers, and I told my biology class the same thing. At least for me, we have a really difficult time forgetting. And I guess what I mean by that is with every single class that we have. Whether it's my fourth period marine biology or my fifth period marine biology or whatever other class that I have, we have a really hard time forgetting each individual class. And that's a good thing. We remember our classes for various reasons. No matter how well they perform, no matter what their behaviors are, their dynamics are, we remember them and we remember individual students. But what's different about you guys, most of you, the class of 2020, is obviously what's going on right now. And that's not a bad thing. There's nothing, none of us have done anything wrong. None of us have caused this entire thing to happen. It's just what has happened. It is out of our control, unfortunately. And it is what it is. But I think that's something that can absolutely be celebrated. You guys will always be remembered for being in the class of 2020 that had to endure what we're experiencing right now. And 10 20 years from now, when you guys are older adults, you will have some incredible stories to tell your loved ones and tell your friends. And for those who have not experienced this, you will always be remembered for being the class of 2020 that experienced such a thing. And I think you should cherish that. I think you should celebrate that as much as we don't want it. We have to look at how we can, positives that we can take away from this situation. And so, it's up to you guys, juniors or seniors, whatever grade you're in. It's up to you to reflect on this whole situation. Think about how you've grown from this situation or how you will grow from this situation. So, a year from now, 2 years from now, 50 years from now, what will you have learned? What will you have taken away from this whole thing? And hopefully you've taken away some good things and some positive things, and that you see how we have grown both as individuals and as an entire society, because I think that could be a really valuable thing for all of us to take away from this. So, I guess, this is my second year teaching marine biology, and things always improve as you do them more often. It's just how the nature of things is. And so, I'm really happy with how this year went, despite the fact that we are currently in distance learning right now. I just want to thank all of you guys for an incredible year. I can't tell you how motivated and invested in your learning that you guys were. It's such a cool thing to see. And we had some incredible conversations and discussions as a class. We saw some really amazing movies together and sparked some good discussions as a result. of watching those. You are an incredible group, highly intellectual. Um, you guys are very confident, and you guys really know how to spark a really good discussion based on a lot of the ones that we've had this year. Very opinionated, and that's a good thing. Okay, so thank you guys to every single one of you for being who you are, for being my marine biology classes this year, and in the classroom, I last year I did this. I would have gone to each individual senior and ask them, like, how are you feeling right now? What you're about to graduate. What are your plans? How are you feeling? What are you expecting to happen here in the next couple days? Um, so so what I'd like to do in lieu of that is, I'd like to hear from you guys about a little reflection from you. Every week I've posted a video here weekly. And so I'd like to see you guys, and I'd like to hear you guys kind of reflect on that. So there's no weekly check-in this week, but instead it's going to be a video check-in, or kind of a wrap-up of the whole year. So let me kind of talk to you what that's going to look like. So first of all, it's important to kind of look back at the year and look at all the things that we've done, because it's been a long time. I mean, it is now, it's almost June. We started in August, so that's, what is that, 8 months? I don't know, 10 months? I don't know, whatever that is. We've covered an incredible amount of information. So let's kind of recap what we have covered to kind of refresh your memory. And this will kind of bring us to your last final thing that I'd like you to do for the school year. But importance of the ocean. Remember, we did the podcast. The very, very first thing we did, we learned about coccolithophores, how they provide oxygen to us, 50% of our oxygen. And then obviously you guys did those podcasts and we presented them. Unit 2, we did seawater, currents, and tides. We went to the ferry landing to do the lab. Unit 3, we did the Antarctic. Remember, we watched the Anthony Bourdain episode where we went to McMurdo Station, and he had these really cool interviews with the scientists down there. We watched March of the Penguins. Unit 4 was the open ocean. We learned about bony fish and sharks, and we did the dissection of the big eye scad. We learned about the hagfish with all the slime. You guys did the U.S. Fisheries Project, and we had the guest speaker did the presentation through Skype. That was before the pandemic that we're experiencing now. Unit 5, ocean exploration. We learned a little bit about submarines and submarine exploration. We watched 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Unit 6, obviously, we went to SeaWorld. We learned about cetacean anatomy, echolocation. We watched The Cove. I'm sure you guys remember that movie. Unit 7 was the Twilight Zone. We learned about bioluminescence and the jellyfish, and we dissected a squid, and we debated about cephalopod intelligence and animal research. And then Unit 8, this is kind of right in the middle of this unit, is where we left school in the middle of March, but the ocean floor, bathymetric formations, and then the last 3 units here were part of distance learning: coral reefs, kelp forest, and sandy shores with sea level rise. So we've done a lot, and this isn't even all of it, right? There's all little bits of details in between, but we've covered an extremely high amount of information. So think about all that. And here is the very last thing I'd like you to do, and I really, really hope you can find the time to do this. I'd like to see your guys' faces again and hear from you again, because I've done my part, so I'd like you to do yours as well. So here's a 2019-2020 school year reflection. So let me pull this up here. Pretty self-explanatory here with these 9 questions. I want you to think about this course specifically, marine biology, okay? I'm not looking, this document here is not the most important thing. It's what comes after that is more important. So just in bullet points, respond to these questions, please. And I would like you to submit this, but this is really going to be the kind of the foundation of the presentation that you're going to give. So just very short bullet points to help you guys create some kind of script or foundation for your presentation. Think about academically and socially how you've improved, how you could still improve, things that you would like to learn if this course were to continue. Any advice that you'd like to give to students taking this course next year, and just thinking about your learning progress and your goals in this class overall. So bullet points here. And then what I'd like you to do is use those bullet points to record yourself. You can use a webcam like I do here, or just use your phone. But just do a quick little 3 to 5 minute presentation, just exactly like I'm doing right now, and explain all the responses that you give here in these 9 questions. And that's kind of going to be your last assignment. And think about this whole school year, and how you've improved, and how you can still improve moving forward, specifically with this class. So again, just to kind of wrap things up, thank you to everybody for the awesome school year. I wish you all the best of luck, especially if you're a graduating senior, then whether you're going to a 4-year college or community college, or not going to college at all. I know things are kind of iffy in the fall, but stay strong and stay positive. We're all in this together. We're all going through the same thing right now. And I'll be here. So if you still need anything, don't be afraid to reach out. If just because you're not going to be a student here anymore, that's okay. I'm still here. So thank you guys. Good luck. Please be safe. And we'll see you guys around. And thank you. See you guys.